In this video, we are going to learn and know the difference between arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. This lesson is taken from the Mathematics Curriculum Guide for High School, specifically for grade 10. Its learning competency differentiates a geometric sequence from an arithmetic sequence. Let's discuss first about arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which term except the first term is obtained by adding or subtracting a constant to the preceding term. So let's take a look in this example. So we can say that these numbers are arithmetic sequence because each steps or each terms are being added by 3. And then another examples, this is also an example of an arithmetic sequence because each terms are being subtracted by 4. And that constant number being added or subtracted at each stage of an arithmetic sequence is called the common difference. Because if we find the difference of the successive terms, we will always get this common value. Let's have an example. Find the common difference and the next term of the following sequence. So to find the common difference, we have to subtract a successive pair of terms. It doesn't matter which pair we pick, as long as they're right next to each other. The difference is always 8, so the common difference is equal to 8. The given sequence has 5 terms, so the 6th term of the sequence is going to be the next term. We find the next term by adding the common difference to the 5th term. So our final answer is, the common difference is equal to 8, and the 6th term is equal to 43. For arithmetic sequence, the common difference is denoted as D, and the first term, a sub 1, is often referred to simply as A. Since we get the next term by adding the common difference, the value of the second term is just like this. A sub 2 is equal to A plus D. Continuing, for the third term is simply A sub 3 is equal to the quantity of A plus D plus D. Or in simplified form, A sub 3 is equal to A plus 2D. For the fourth term, A sub 4 is equal to the quantity of A plus 2D plus D. Or in simplified form, A sub 4 is equal to A plus 3D. At each stage, the common difference was multiplied by a value that was 1 less than the index. So following this pattern, the nth term, which is denoted as A sub n, will have the form like this. A sub n is equal to A plus the quantity n minus 1 times D. So this is now the general term for the arithmetic sequence. Now that we have already the general term for arithmetic sequence, we can use this now in solving the following problems. First, we need to identify the given problem. So, the A sub n will be now A sub 10, since we are finding the 10th term of the arithmetic sequence. And the A sub 1 will be the 3, since 3 is the first term. The n will be 10. And the common difference is 3. Now that we have already the given, we can now substitute the given value to the formula and solve. So the 10th term of the arithmetic sequence is 30. Now it's your turn. Try to solve the given arithmetic sequence. Let's proceed to geometric sequence. A geometric sequence is a sequence in which term except the first term is obtained by multiplying or dividing a constant to the preceding term. So let's have an example. So we can say that this is a geometric sequence because each step multiplies by 2. And another example, this is also a geometric sequence because each step divides by 3. And that constant being multiplied or divided at each stage of a geometric sequence is called the common ratio. Because if we find the ratio of successive terms, we will always get this common value. So let's have an example. Find the common ratio and the 7th term of the following sequence. So to find the common ratio, we have to divide a successive pair of terms. It doesn't matter which pair we pick as long as they're right next to each other. The ratio is always 1/2, so the common ratio is 1/2. The following sequence has 5 terms. So to find the value of the 7th term, we will multiply the 5th term by the common ratio twice. The final answer is, the common ratio is 1/2 and the 7th term is 3/4 or 0.75. For geometric sequence, the common ratio is denoted as R and the first term a sub 1 is often referred to simply as A. Since we get the next term by multiplying by the common ratio, the value of a sub 2 or the second term is just like this. A sub 2 is equal to AR. Continuing, the third term is just like this. A sub 3 is equal to R times the quantity AR, or in simplified form, A sub 3 is equal to AR squared. And for the fourth term, A sub 4 is equal to R times the quantity AR squared, or in simplified form, A sub 4 is equal to AR cubed. At each stage, the common ratio was raised to a power that was 1 less than the index. So following this pattern, the nth term A sub n will have the form like this. A sub n is equal to AR raised to the quantity n minus 1. So this is now the general term for a geometric sequence. Now that we have already the general term for geometric sequence, we can now use this in solving the following problems. First, we need to identify the given problem. So the value of a sub n is equal to a sub 9, since we are finding the 9th term of the given sequence. A sub 1 is equal to 3, since the first term of the sequence is 3, and will be equal to 9, and the common ratio is equal to 5. Now that we have already the given, we can now substitute the given value to the formula and solve. So the value of the 9th term of the geometric sequence is 1,171,875. Now it's your turn. Try to solve the following problems. Now that we already learned about arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence, let's go back to the introduction. It said that we also need to know the difference between arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. So here is the illustration of the summary showing the difference between arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. So to sum up, arithmetic sequence is a sequence where the difference between two consecutive terms is a constant, while in geometric sequence, it is a sequence where the ratio of two consecutive terms is a constant. And that constant being said, for arithmetic sequence, it is the common difference. And for geometric sequence, it is the common ratio. And the mode of operation being used in arithmetic sequence is addition or subtraction. And for geometric sequence, it is multiplication or division. And that is the difference between arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Thank you.